Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Duggar News. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Jill Duggar and Derek Dillard became estranged from her parents, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, years ago, and one major issue was her nose ring. When she first wore it in 2017, counting on fans were thrilled. But her dad had some very deep-seated issues. Worst, he wore pants. As detailed in her book, Counting the Cost, a terrifying encounter arose, and it triggered other people with similar overly strict parents. Derek Dillard was a skinny young man working in Nepal when Jim Bob Duggar took his daughter to meet him. At the time, he wasn't aware that his choice of a man for his daughter would turn out to be a tower of strength and a knife in the kidney. These days, the couple walk their own road, and she learned to place boundaries. But when he demanded she speak to him about wearing pants and a nose ring, it was a terrifying experience. And others with similar upbringings feel triggered when they read about the encounter. Jill Duggar's book, Counting the Cost, is making her money, and she and Derek Dillard paid off their home with the proceeds. However, that's not why she wrote it. She wanted to tell her story her way after the exposed Amazon docuseries, Shiny Happy People. Imagine if your father worked himself into a towering rage because you wore pants or a nose ring, and you were already a mom and married. Who would have thought that sort of thing goes on in the 2000s? After reading the Counting on Alam's book recently, an OP on Reddit explained how they related to the tale of an encounter after his daughter stood up to him via a text message. The excerpt post covered the ugly incident when he verbally attacked her, and she feared a physical confrontation. The Counting on Alam wrote, "He hated that hunk of metal in my nose. He despised how I was dressing in ways that put sexual thoughts in guys' minds. Instead of his sweet Jilly muffin, I was now a threat to the rest of his children and a threat to his authority." The TLC alum detailed more about how Jim Bob Duggar allegedly acted aggressively, yelling at her as he towered over her. At one stage, she feared he might physically lash out at her, and she held onto Derek Dillard tightly so he wouldn't make things even worse. The original poster on the social media platform wrote, "As a young woman who had to break contact with her father, this made me stop reading to take a breath. In my case, I was too tomboyed for my paternal family. Dad and his wife, mom and stepdad are normal people, and I had to hide tattoos and stretched lobes from them. I have 2 helix piercings, and the first of them grants me a 2 months law of ice from his wife. This was King triggering for me." Lots of people already read the TLC alum's book. Those who missed that part were shocked. But others felt angry because Jim Bob Duggar claims to be a Christian. You know, love, peace, forgiveness, etc. Ew. My stomach immediately tied in knots reading this. He really expects his grown married daughters to ask permission from him to wear pants. What an insane person he is. I identified with way too many parts of her story. The attitudes and lines from JB and Merch are way too familiar. It's extra biz because according to their beliefs, those girls were under new headships as soon as they got married. Jill says in the book she discussed the pants thing with Derek, and he didn't care what she wore. GB is going against his own teachings by overriding the husband's. He's a vile, controlling ****Lee who will never change. What are your thoughts? Like Jill Duggar, can you relate to overly strict and controlling parents? Sound off in the comments below, and come back here for all your Duggar family news.